After coming off of a tough loss last Saturday, the Boston College Eagles are eager to make a comeback against their next rival, Notre Dame. Until last season, Notre Dame hadn't seen a win against Eagles since 2000, and I talked to some players today about how they feel about the Notre Dame-BC rivalry. Okay, so you grew up in the Midwest, where there's a huge Notre Dame following. What did you think of Notre Dame growing up, and what is the feeling of Notre Dame out there?
I mean, back home in the Midwest, especially Chicago, it's such a huge Notre Dame fan base. I know, like a big example is ESPN Chicago covers Notre Dame. So I mean, that's kind of their main city that we're only about an hour away. I grew up just liking Notre Dame. Unfortunately, my dad played football for Michigan State, so they were always a big rival. So I wasn't allowed to like Notre Dame as a kid. Obviously, you have the utmost respect for them. They're such a talented program, but it's a love-hate relationship with a lot of people back home.
And what did you think about BC and versus what do people think about BC back at home?
BC's obviously not as big. It's come up in the last, 10, 15 years, so people don't know that much about it. I knew everything about it as an academic and football institution. Obviously, with their move to the ACC and everything getting recruited, I knew a lot about them. But, it's definitely still a holy war, though. People still remember Notre Dame BC games.
Yeah. All right, so last year was a close game, and now with Jimmy Clausen gone and new coach in charge, how do you think that this year will be different versus Notre Dame?
I think it's gonna be interesting. They struggled so far to their record-wise, but they've lost to 3 undefeated teams. And watching their games, they're a very talented team. And I think Coach Kelly has them playing really hard and playing really fast is the thing. So it's probably adjustment for them, getting used to playing under his coaching style. But I think they're very talented, and it's gonna be a good game.
So watching film from the past couple weeks, seeing them lose, like 3 games so far.
Yeah.
What weaknesses do you see in Notre Dame that you think that you guys will be able to take advantage of?
You don't really see any true weaknesses. There's each kid, a lot of them are all parade All-Americans. They came in, I think it's getting used to their offense so far. Just seeing what they run, seeing what, with the familiarity. We played Coach Kelly back when I was a freshman, when he was a coach of Central Michigan. It's trying to understand his offense and trying to stop it, but it's a heck of an offense and tough to stop.
Yeah, and until last year's season, 2009, Notre Dame hadn't seen a win since 2000 against BC. How important do you think this Saturday is in getting on the right track, back on the right track for this rivalry?
Well, I think it's great to get it back on the right track. Obviously, this is my last year at BC, so this is extremely important for me to beat Notre Dame coming out, and I'll never get a chance to play them again. But it was a good stretch, and it was unfortunate we lost last year, and kind of frustrating. So we want to try and get back this year and have a better game than last.
And finally, what do you think the defense or you personally will be able to do this Saturday to prevent a loss like last year, and especially a loss like last Saturday?
We got to contain the offense, their offense, the best we can. Like I said, they've moved the ball. They've lost 3 games in a row, but they've moved the ball so well, and they had trouble putting it in at the end. But they're such a talented offense, and they can strike at any point is the thing. So we just really got to contain them, give our offense a chance with the ball, give them a chance to score, and see what we can do with that.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.